Well, yes, a sea of red on Dalal Street. Nifty ending 350 points lower at about 25,800 odd mark. Banks and financials were also under pressure today. We saw a downtick of about 900 points in the Nifty Bank. 52,950 is where we are currently ending. So it was a tough day for Indian markets this Monday morning. As far as stocks and sector-specific losers are concerned, let's talk about Hero MotoCorp. Auto sector was under pressure today. Hero MotoCorp down nearly 4%. We had Axis Bank down 3%, and Reliance Industries was also down nearly 3% today. Some of the laggards in trade today on the index level. Metals, of course, were shining bright on account of strong data that has been coming from China. Nifty Metal Index was the only sectoral gainer which was trading in the green today, up nearly 1.5%. We had NMDC, which was up 4%. Of course, iron ore futures were trading with a jump up of nearly 8% in trade today. NMDC up 4%. Apart from that, Welspun Corp was up 3.5%. APL, Apollo, Nalco, Hindalco, Vedanta, all of these stocks were gaining in trade today. Auto stocks, as I mentioned, were under pressure. Nifty Auto Index was down nearly 2%. We had Hero MotoCorp, the biggest loser on the Nifty Auto Index, down nearly 4%. TVS Motor and M&M were also under pressure today. Remember, we will be having auto sales data which will be released tomorrow, and we are expecting mixed bag from auto sales numbers this time around. Nifty Auto Index was a laggard in today's trading session. Banks, as I mentioned, were under pressure, but let's also talk about Federal Bank. This one was bucking the trend. It was up nearly 1.5 to 2% today. Nomura came out with a note where they are maintaining their buy stance on the stock with a target price of 240. They're very bullish on this stock. They believe it continues to remain their top mid-cap banking sector stock. So on the back of this Nomura report that came in, 1.5% higher for Federal Bank. A whole host of pharma stocks were in focus today. We had Lupin, which was down 1%. US FDA inspected Pithampur facility of the company, and 3 observations were issued. The stock down nearly 1.5%. We had Alembic Pharma. This one, of course, was up nearly 1.5%. It received EIR for its oral solid formulation drug. EIRs are already in place with respect to other drugs. This one was up 1.5%. Biocon, meanwhile, on the back of some negative action, was declining in trade, down nearly 1%. A couple of other mid-cap losers in trade. Let's talk about telecom stocks, Vodafone Idea and Bharti Hexacom, because they were under pressure. Bharti Hexacom ended the day down nearly 4%. Vodafone Idea also declining in trade today. Indian Hotels, let's also talk about this one. It was down nearly 1%. Prestige Estates and IRB Infra were also reeling under pressure today. So yes, a tough start to the week. Nifty ending lower. IRB Infra, some of the other stocks, Nifty ending at about 25,822. But that's all the time we have on this edition of the show. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to ET Now.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.